don't know if you can see the stairways in there. So we'll get a better look inside there. Beautiful marble stairs, floors. Man, my school was nothing like this. You know, I kind of wondered, they build prisons like this. There's the main entrance. You know, to make them all big and spooky and scary looking, to scare, with the hopes of scaring the prisoners away from a life of crime. So I'm just wondering what that does to have a building like this for the schools, for the children to go to. And it is, though, it is still a beautiful building. And like I say, the landscape is just beautiful looking. And we still probably haven't even covered half of it. So that looks like an area with dumpsters and stuff. Okay. No more parking back there. So yeah. Excuse me. This is the main entrance. So then we're going to come back across here. That straight ahead was the old entrance, the old main entrance. And we're going to come here. This looks like a newer addition. Of course, it's not attached to the main building. We walk around there. Looks like teacher didn't like the apple one of the kids brought her. That's horrible. She should have ate that. Okay, so attached on there. Got just more down here. Again, I don't think any of this is the original part of the building. Some of it was looked and made like that, but I don't think it is. I think the main part was all that over in the center section. Again, I am doing this on a Memorial Day weekend because if I came around here filming like this when the kids were in school, I'd probably be arrested. Walk down here. This is, I'm going to assume, their boiler room. It might be an emergency generator. A dump truck over there, man. My high school never had a dump truck. I feel kind of deprived now. I wonder what taxes they have to run this place. Yeah, this looks a lot more modern here. Not that modern, but it is modern. What we got there? Oh, the welding shop. I have many fine memories of welding class. Okay, we'll go back here. This, I think, which again is a boiler room and stuff. Take a picture, see if we can get in, look in there. It's probably original to it. It does look like it. This building and this one, I'm going to guess, in my untrained knowledge, is it probably from the 50s or 60s. You know, crossway there between the two buildings. So, yeah, just the money to heat and cool this place has got to be outrageous. You know, especially a building that old really wouldn't be that well insulated. I don't know if they've done any updating to that or anything. Again, just beautiful landscaping. You know, now that I think about it, this probably is kind of a fun place to go to school. It's It's very unique. The students may even be proud of it. I've never seen anything like this. Even in some of the big cities I've been in, I've never seen anything this size. As far as high school and below, that's Arthur G. and Vera Smith Education Annex, dedicated 2005. So yeah, a little newer than what I thought it was. I thought it was like the 50s or 60s. There's another crosswalk to get between the buildings. That's the old buildings and the new buildings. It's nice to trip over these stairs. There's a little shot inside there, so you can see down there. I counted, going past the parking lot, I counted 5 driver education cars. We had like 1 driver education car. And we didn't have any big old truck like this. I don't think we had any type of maintenance vehicle. And here's, I do notice they have several evacuation zones. So the kids all different colors on the sign, so the kids all know where to go to evacuate the area. We'll walk over here, more parking. That parking over there, across the road, that's visitor parking, and also some permit parking. Let's take a look in this back corner. Oh, this is where we just turned around from looking at the boiler room, but there's the boiler room. Got to be bright in there with all those windows. We didn't even have paved parking lot in our high school. It was just stone. Of course, I came from an old farm community high school, from set clear out in the country. Not to brag or anything, but we had a hell of a football team. Us and another high school in the area usually were the champions by the end of the year. Although I know the other school was whipping up on us one year. They were really winning a lot more than we were. There's again more parking lot, baseball fields and stuff. Anyways, one of the high schools in our division hadn't won a game in like 7 or 8 years, and here's this other school just eating everybody up, just pounding them, and then they come along to that loser school, and they got their butt pounded. That loser school showed them how to play football. This is an amazing school you guys got here. Yeah, that was quite a game. They went home crying to mama that night. Looking here at more. Okay. This is another building that goes to school. I just saw it says office, so I don't know if that's still the offices or if that was the office. Walking for 9 minutes. It seems to me like a lot longer than that, but yeah, this place is huge. Yeah, and there you can see where it says office. And that's may still be the offices. I don't know. I'm going to need a beer after this. And I didn't say that. Okay, and this is where we were before when we started around the outer buildings. Again, right up there is the old main entrance. Here's some more of that building across the street. Another baseball field. Visitor parking, food service receiving. And I've never seen a high school that had to have signs that showed where the receiving department was. Looks like, hey, Fat Albert must have leaned on the fence right there. There is more of the school. Let me go in on that. And you can see some of the roof and one of the heating stacks or smokestacks. I'd be curious to see through the years different photos from the inside of the building and changes they've made, like in all their utilities like heating and air conditioning and things like that. I may do a little bit of research on Google and just see if I can find some older photos. It's got to be quite a history on this. There's another retention pond, so that's so far two large retention ponds for one school. Look at that, beautiful. All this fencing here. Got all these beautiful murals over here along the railroad tracks. And they're this kind of reminds me of the White House or the Capitol building. We've got a little subway cross there, or under train track cross for the kids. All this. Now I'm looking here at the sign here across the street, and bring it up, and it's pointing to the other side of the tracks, even more parking now. JTS permit parking, JTSH event parking, staff parking, lot J. I mean, more than one staff parking. What that freshman tell me? 4,000 kids. Wow. Just beautiful landscaping. I mean, they've really got to be proud of this school. I know I would be. Let's take a picture here. So that sign's just main entrance, student drop off and pick up, alternate school and outdoor athletic complex. Little, I guess, campus area here. All the guys can come out here and sit with their girls and do a little smoochy smooching when the teacher's not looking. And then we can take a look in here, see what this is. It's like a big space. I wonder, maybe a cafeteria or something. Yeah, it looks like chairs and tables. So I'm wondering, maybe it's a cafeteria. Got a big old TV up there. That's probably the biggest TV I've seen. Man, just look at this place. This is worth a trip to Joliet on itself. Can you believe that? 5 student driver cars. See in there. Take a look in here. This is the other end of where we looked in, where the stairs were. Hopefully you can see in there. The floors look like they're that old. Yeah, probably the stairs and stuff too. So, yeah, I would say a lot of the interior is still the same. There's a big sign up there that says welcome back. Kids are like, yeah. And there's a handicap accessible entrance. That is one thing I've noticed here, now that I mention it, is it's not very handicap accessible. They do have that door. I think they'll be in as old as it is that it's probably grandfathered in to that stuff. But yeah, they do have a handicap accessible door there, and that is by the student drop-offs. I wonder how many people they have on their groundskeeping group. Yeah, how many maintenance people they have in general. Look at this concrete work. This little wall around here. Just amazing. And there's even more school parking over there. Yeah, the sign we've got there. Joliet Township High School Central Campus, class of 1942. Wow, it does look like a prison, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't see those statues up top. Let's see if I can zoom in on those. Oops. There it is. Closer. Can't quite tell what those are. I'm sure probably something to do with education. It's really quiet here. It's not in the main part of town. It looks like a lot of this is just some smaller businesses and stuff. So, but this is basically where we started our walk around. So I do again apologize for the length of it, but I thought some of you might like that. Let's one more thing here to take a look at. Oh, this is interesting. So this plaque says that this plaque is height above sea level, New York Harbor, 554.674 feet, and it's below Lake Michigan, Chicago, and I can't remember the rest, or see the rest of that, 34.156 feet. So that's pretty neat. A little over 500 feet above sea level with New York Harbor, and 34 feet below Lake Michigan at Chicago. That's a interesting little artifact. I'm glad I saw that before I ended the video. So, excuse me, playing around with the camera there some. So I say I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I gotta remember where I parked my truck. It's around here somewhere. The parking's pretty limited, and they have parking meters, but it is free handicap parking on the streets and stuff. So I just got to remember what street I was on. So I appreciate you watching. Please leave some comments, and have a great day.